Hey YouTube, real quick video on here on how to set a Forster limiting device for your Forster Coax press. Here's the device. First thing you want to do when you get it, you want to take it out of the package and you want to set it to 1.45 inches. That's pretty much a minimum dimension. Your shell holder may be 1.35, it might be 1.55. You just have to figure out where your number is. 1.45 is a good place to start. So take it out of the package, set that dimension from the tip of the limiting device to the top of the O-ring. You want it to be 1.45 inches. It's threaded. You have a barrel that sits there and the tip is threaded in. So set that dimension from the tip to the O-ring at 1.45 to start. Your mileage may vary. It might be a little more, might be a little less. You want to take the limiting device after you set it up to 1.45. You'll notice there's a flat on one side. That flat goes towards the primer tube. It provides clearance in older presses that have issues, slightly bent primer tube or whatever. You want that flat towards the primer tube. It's on the 9 o'clock position of the device. So I'm going to take this device. I'm going to find a Forster Coax press. Oh, there's one right there. I'm going to put the handle down and I'm going to expose the shell holder pin. Once you got the shell holder pin, you'll notice a hole that it goes up into. You want to take this limiting device and you want to stick it right up in that hole and then back down. Put it right on that pin and tighten this thumb screw. Now you want that flat towards the primer tube. You'll notice a little gap there. There's probably 60 thousandths or so there. My press did not have an issue with the full bore of the barrel of this limiting device. I got some feedback from a gentleman that his tube was a little closer to his pin, so I adjusted the device. I cut a flat on there. If you have one of the first 10 or so that I made and you have that issue, shoot me a PM and I'll get you a replacement base. But we got it all worked out. So that flat goes towards the primer tube and you'll put the carriage down and you'll notice that it stops on that O-ring. That's where you want it to stop. You don't want it to stop on the pin up top. And you'll notice it's coming through here and it's opening the shell holder all the way. Now if you change this dimension a little, you can change it for more or less. I'm going to make it a little less so it's not sticking up as far. I'm going to cycle the press. So now you have a little bit of give there. And this press doesn't slam anymore. It's stopping on the O-ring. The shell holder's opening halfway up instead of all the way down the bottom. So we've taken our motion from 180 degrees to just 90 degrees. For smaller shells, 9mm, 223, what have you. If you're doing like a 308, what you want to do, you want to put your carriage up, you want to take the limiting device on, take it off, and adjust your original shell holder pin down. And that'll give you more space up here. Okay, so you saw it with the device on, opening the jaws. You want it to stop on that O-ring. You don't want it to stop on the tip of it. So now you have 180 degrees of motion without it. You have to take the handle all the way from here to get the shell holder to open down the bottom, all the way down to there. That's a gripe that many people have on this Forster Coax, and this limiting device solves that problem. It makes it so you only have a 90-degree sweep. You can do smaller cartridges, and it just makes it a pleasure to work with. So if you have any problems, shoot me a line, shoot me a PM on the Forster Coax Facebook forum. My name's JJ Keenan. I will work with you to resolve any issues that you may have. Hope you like it, YouTube. Catch you later. Bye.